Got the first church, nothing but the truth. What you say? Deacon Kyle, Deacon George, Deacon Clay. Open up the door and trying to lose. Come on! First, I want to thank God for the blood running warm in my veins. Yeah, I thank God for my life, health, and strength. I got a sound mind, I'm not insane. Come on! I ain't gonna preach too long. I ain't gonna take the service too far. My sermon this morning, hell to the no, no, no. Come on. Hell no, to the no, no, no. Yeah, to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Listen, Sister Anna, Sister Ruth, make sure that everybody get a seat. Come on, y'all. Sister Lily may go back in the kitchen, cause the winter get through and need to eat. I must think me collard greens and cornbread rice, chicken breast, oxtails on the side. That's what I'm talking about. Vegan Underwood, get my Bentley ready, cause when they get through and need a ride. Come on! Dr. West, count the money, come back and what day. We ain't to find another day. I got some people there looking for some blessings. First God got to get the praise. Come on, y'all. See, there's an old saying, when the praises go up, you get the blessing coming down. I got some people in the church, God Almighty, look at them, they messing around. Come on. Woo. Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Listen, I got people in the church smoking weed, drinking whiskey, they drinking a lot of gin. What you say? I got the preacher with the night prayer meeting, all about can I hear the amen? Half 10, yeah. I got some people, they coming off the street, got them, they strolling in. They need help. They laying at the altar, they confess to sin, their sin. Come on, wait. Time to see them Monday morning, they doing the same thing again. Hypocrite. Hell no. Come on. To the no, no, no.
All right now. Hell no. To the no, no, no.
Got kids dropping out of school, talking about they don't want
Well,
to learn. Yet they're standing on the corner rolling blunts, talking about come on, let's burn. Y'all better get back to school. I got kids walking up and down the street, pants hanging down around their knees. What them pants talking about that they're looking for a job when I see them.
if you're ready, you need to know how to say no.
See, all they ever talk about, brag about who got the biggest and the baddest guns. Trying to see the conquer with the bullet top. They drop the gun, they wanna run. Put them guns down. Now the sheriff got them locked.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, good evening. Hey, are you ready to say it? I am. It's time. Yes, it's time now. Sometimes you got to learn how to say no. Say hell no to the no, no, no. Yeah. Sometimes you got to say no. I see a lot of poop. I see a lot of poop going down. Yeah, I see a lot of poop going down because they just don't know how to say no. All you got to do is fix your lips and say no. And no means no. Enough is enough. Hey, good evening. Welcome. Thank you for joining me and joining us here at For the Record, the Word on the Street. Hey, I'm your host, Lamar, but you can call me Trey. And what we do here, we just chop it up a little bit. I'll give you my point of view, how I see it on my side of the street. And hopefully you'll be able to make a comment and, tell me how you feel on what's going on your side of the street, And, of course, as far as I'm concerned, there is a right and wrong, but not really. It's how you see it, Sometimes, we can talk about it and, I can persuade you to, come on my side of the street. And sometimes, if you have a good argument, a good, resolution, hey, if it's good, it's good. It'll cause me to go on your side of the street. That's all. Yeah, but that's how things are done. When when opposite come in contact. They either go ahead and butt heads, or the best thing is you to come up with a solution. Now, not every time a solution is well. Every time there is a solution made, but it's not always amicable. Sometimes it's hard, and sometimes it's whacked, and sometimes it's destructive, and sometimes it's instructive. But there's always a decision made, mutual decision to, you go there your way and the other folk go their way, or we're going to hash it out to the death. Welcome to the Thunderdome. We're gonna beat it till it gets, till it can't rise up again. Hey. Or, hey, let's just table it for right now and go back with it. You see what I'm saying? So, but there's always solution. There's always a solution at the end of the day. It may not be a favorable one for somebody, but sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. Hey, that's the way it is. But we're going to talk about some things tonight. But first, let me do a little admin stuff and get that out of the way. I'm live on 3 platforms, and I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, which is Periscope. You can do it. You can watch me there. And hopefully, that you would put in a comment. Tell me what you feel. Tell me how the show went, or it could be this is your street. Tell me. Hey, I got my big pants on all the time. I don't leave home without them. I always have my big boy pants on because I ain't playing with you, really. And so you should feel the same. Have your big pants on, and tell me how you feel, one way or the other. I'm not taking it personal. I'm just be honest with you. I'm not, because you know why I'm not taking it personal? Because I read what you say, and I either thumbs up or 2 thumbs down. That's it, and just keep it moving, because life is just too short, to go chasing your tail after what somebody said, especially if it it don't mean a hill of beans, yeah. I see people get souped over some stuff because what somebody said, and there's pressure. That's when the beef come in. Talk about, you gonna let them say that to you? Shit, hell, shit, they ain't paying me. It ain't that serious now. But when it gets serious, I got something to say about it now. Yeah, but if it's just people just yakking words, I don't care. I really don't. I give you the finger just like you give me the finger. Just keep it moving. That's real talk. That's real talk. So we got so because I know how to say no. I really do. I know this. I know to tell you, no, and just keep it and keep it moving. And whatever comes next, it comes next. That's how I see it. Really, whatever comes next comes next. All right. And so hit me up on those 3 platforms, on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter with a Periscope. Okay, hit me up. Rock me. Now, I've been doing. I've been putting out. Some stuff. And I got folks saying, okay, I don't get many live viewers. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Rome was not built in a day. Rome was not built in a day. And just so that you do not control me. I'm gonna say that. If you come on and you rock with me, hey baby, let's rock. But if you don't come on, hey, I have no feeling one way or another, because I don't know, because you didn't show. I can't miss nothing I never had. I just can't do it. That's it. If you never show up, I don't. Hey, boom. So that's how I live. That's how I'm living. I'm only rocking this thing because I want to. Nobody's paying me to do this. Not you don't see no donation crap, but the people who do that, that's their thing. I'm doing this. I'm doing this because, the love of my people. And that sounds corny as hell, don't it? Because he loved his people. Hey, well, I said, if you can't take a joke, F you. That's right. I said it. It came out of my mouth. Because I'm not going to let anybody, upset my apple cart. Because I know how to say no. This is what the show about. This is what the show is about. Saying no, being able to say no liberally, and mean it. Now I will not use the word no, unless is the intended use, unless I mean it. My no is my no, and my yes is my yes. Now, does that mean, upon a good persuasive argument, I can change, my verdict? Of course, because I believe, I'm intelligent enough to understand and realize, when something's awry and I need to make a U-turn or a 360 or 180 or a 90-degree turn, because sometimes things are not clear. Yeah, if you living in America, this. Things are not, cut and dry. But there are many things that are, cut and dry. And those things right there, I mean, it shouldn't take a bunch of mental anguish to come to a conclusion. But it does to some folk. It does. Because they're afraid to make a decision. They're afraid to make a decision. That's what they do in life. That's exactly what they do. And so, we're gonna get right on into it today on tonight's topics. Now I'm gonna flash back on here again and put the thumbnail. And I want you to kind of look at these thumbnails because of course I work on them. I work on the thumbnails. I produce them and I gather them together. And I try to make it make sense, And if you look at today's title, it says, for the record, the word on the street. Hell no, no, just say no. And then, of course, I've got my thumbnails, hell no, just say no. There's a lot of things to say hell no to. One thumbnail said, just say hell no to white supremacy. But this one here just caught my eye right here. It says, hell hath no fury like a million women who are sick of your shit. Well, there could be a million men who also get sick of your shit. It just, people can get sick of your shit. And when that happens, it's definitely hell to the no. Definitely. And so let's get on into the deep dive and let's take a look at some of the things, that I consider that are, that are definitely a case for hell to the no. All right. Are you with me? Okay, so let's get in it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm not gonna keep you long, That's always my intention, not to keep you long, but sometimes it happens, right? Sometimes it happens. But we're gonna work what we got, though. We're gonna work now. First of all, I want to talk to people. First of all, I want to talk to people in general first. Just the general, it's a general. If you run across this video, just general, when you're doing your clicks and you run across this video on this pod, okay? I want to talk to you guys first, right now, as I look at the turmoil, because that's what it is in my, on my side of the street, the turmoil that's happening here in America. Much of it is to do about nothing. I'm going to say that again. Much of it is to do about nothing. You see, if people just step back Just step back and, actually listen and process what is being said and what is not being said, they have a better chance of understanding what the situation is. But actually, people are so angry and so mad that they can't even see. They can't see the forest for the trees. I mean, this thing has got them, all worked up. Now, what am I talking about? What am I talking about? Here in America, we have this us against them or them against us mentality. We do. You got to understand that. We have this us against them and them against us. Who are them and who is us? It all depends on what side of the street you're on. It does. If you're white, you see it from another perspective. You're black, you see it from another perspective. If you're Latino, you see it from another perspective. If you're Asian, you see it from another perspective. If you're rich, you see it from a whole different perspective. And if you're poor, you see it from a different perspective, you see. And see, this us versus them thing is wearing us out. Really, it is. It is wearing us out. Now, you see, but for those who take the red pill, you're woke and you're not having it. Because now you realize that the system is gaming us. They got us in the matrix. They got us linked in. And as long as we're stuck in that matrix, you're going to be under the power of the system. You just simply are. That's the fact of life. You're going to be part of the system. And so what you're going to have to do, for those of you who are are still hooked to the system, you got to wake up and say no. You got to be able to say no. And say no with confidence. But just don't say no just to be saying no. Know why you have a no. Just like you know why you have a yes. Yeah. You see, most of us are no longer thinking. If, you move in an existence of fog, what I call guppy brain or fog brain. You get up in the morning, you have a routine that you do, and that's it. You just make your way from sun up to sundown without really having a deep rooted thought of what's really going around you, because you have tunnel vision. You're focused on getting through the day, because hey, this damn thing in your eyes, it is either utopia, where all the birds are chirping and everything is going good, or it's dystopia, where it's all dysfunctional and dark, a lot of dark places. There's no in between in your life. And so either way, whether you think it's a utopia or dystopia, you try to figure out an escape. Yeah, you try to figure out an escape from that, that treadmill life. That treadmill life. Some folk choose religion. Some folk. Now I'm going to say this to people that know me, that really know me. I am not religious. Not by a long shot. As a matter of fact, I hate religion. I really do. I really despise religion because I see what religion has done to people. However, that being said, I am a spiritual man. Well, I believe in a single God. That's just I'm just putting it out there before I get some crazy yeah. No, I believe in a single God. I believe He's the creator of the universe. That's not what I believe. You know, and so because I don't want to be misunderstood. Oh, we don't believe. No, for those of you who do not believe in a creator, and you came from the sea, and you had a frog tail and or all that old thing, or you were an ape or something like that. Hey, that's fine. I don't. Yeah, that's you. Really, I'm serious about it. Those who believe that, or you may even believe that you come back, reincarnated. You was in the low evolution, and so now you're on a higher evolution, getting ready to become another evolution once you die. Yeah, that's fine too. That's how you see it on your side of the street. So I'm not mad at you. But as far as me, I'm telling you, no, that's not what I'm doing. No, I can, and if you want to put it in the comment, tell me no, because that's not what you're doing. That's fine. Listen, baby, I understand. No, listen, no does not affect me mentally. It just allows me to take another direction and use my brain to come up with more options. That's all. That's all it does. That's all it does. And so that's what I'm saying. So as far as religion versus spirituality, I'm a spiritual person, and I believe in one true God, and that's all I'm going to say about that right there. That's all I'm going to say about that right there. So having said that, as I look at today's people, and I am focusing primarily here in America now. I'm gonna drink some of this water here because, it's still summertime. We're just talking and having a conversation, so we're doing fine. So the them against us, or us against them, whoever started, it doesn't matter who started. The thing is, we have to get to a place where we can come up with solutions, because there's solutions out there. As a matter of fact, some solutions are often right in our face. Do you ever wonder why that it's always seemed when we have a blow up, our big kerfuffle, it's mostly due to some external influence. It's always, most of the time, it's never always, about external influences. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's say you and your family member or significant other, have a disagreement. Okay, have a disagreement. Okay, so let's say you have a disagreement about the toilet seat being lit up or kept down. Let's just use that for example. Okay, now one doesn't like. Hey, listen, does not like you leaving the toilet seat up. When they get ready to go use the bathroom, they say I want that toilet seat down. Yeah. And the other one says, okay, I need it up. So when I get ready to do whatever I got to do, it's got to be up. Now, those are two opposing, issues. Really, just think about that. Okay. But the smart money says, okay, listen. I know the one person wants it up and the other person, wants it down. Okay. So you got to say, how much value does that toilet seat being up or that toilet seat being down weighs versus the potential destruction of your relationship? How is it worth it? Is it worth it? We gotta, when you gotta fuss and fight over trivial things, like whether the, toilet seat is up or the toilet seat is down, man, there's really there's really some external going on. It's not about the toilet seat because how how long does it take to flip it up, or how long does it take to put it down? Is it because it just irks you to no end because this person does that? So is it the toilet seat or is it the person? So there's things that moving parts that need to be looked at when we make it when we try to when we are confronted with a situation. That's why you need to learn to say no. Hell no, I'm not gonna blow up my relationship over a damn toilet seat. No, we can, there's too many other problems going around to be blowing up a relationship over a toilet seat. Because if it's that serious, explain to me, make me understand. And other person the same. If it's that serious, make me understand. Well, we have to blow up a relationship over a damn toilet seat. That's crazy. When there's other things, so you got to know when and how to say no. I'm not going to do that. Now, let me take this a little further, if you don't mind. Let me take it a little further, okay? Now, it just appeared to me now that many of our citizens they're content, they're content, right? They're content now. Now there's some aggravated points that are going on for real. Yeah, I hear women in Texas and in the media, they're all upset over the potential abortion fight with this Roe versus Wade. They're I hear hoop to do about that. And if you heard my last video, or my last couple of videos since they made that thing, I don't care about abortion. That's not a priority in my life. It really isn't. That's where I stand on it. Dead feet serious about that. That's not my number one issue. That's you come with me and you ask me what I think about it, I'll tell you. But it's not a number one priority. But to some folk it is. To some folk, abortion is a screaming hair on fire thing for them. That is. But that's because external forces had made it that way. If you cry, shout, scream, long enough and hard enough, somebody's going to hear you, and then they're going to turn around and they're going to, first say, what's going on with this person? And then if it gets to their, heartstring or get in their head, and then it's going to be a thing in their head. You're going to let them get in their head. And that's why I see abortion. That's what a lot of women who, that's not what they wake up in the morning thinking about. Oh, I got to get an abortion. Oh, somebody trying to take my right to have to my body away, and all this kind of, I'm going to call it, crap, poo-poo. That's why I see it now, ladies. That's, you say that's your, body, and I believe that it's your body. So why should I care about your body? You don't want me to care about your body. That's your body. So that's your fight. That's not mine. So, I tell you, no. I don't want to be involved in that. No to the no. That I have, further, deeper, and more, issues than that. That's just me now. That's how I see it on my side of the street. And those men and women, because there's men and women that feel the same way, but they're bludgeoned or they're kicked or they're bullied to make a decision, or trying to make them feel bad because they don't put that as a priority. It's not that they are not concerned about it, but that's not a priority in their life. It's not their major concern. Some folk are just trying to live. Do you believe that right there? Some folk are just trying to live. Really. Some folks are just trying to live. Some folks are just trying to keep a roof over their heads. Some folks are just trying to, get from point A to point B. They don't even have a living wage. Making, poo-poo wages. Yeah, that's right. Making poo-poo wages. And, they have, and so abortion never resonate in their mind until somebody start talking about it, yelling about it. And mostly it's white women. And now it's Latinos. Come on now, y'all better than that. Say no. Say no. You have more. You have more pressing issues. You have more. Believe me, you have more pressing issues than that. You get to learn how to say no. Watch me. No. See how I did that? I don't feel bad either. You have to learn to say no. Yes. And so for those politicians trying to make that abortion issue a thing, you need to tell them, hell no to the no. I have pressing issues that are more significant than that I need right now. Like I need better wages. I can't live like this. I need better housing opportunity. If I can get better wages, I can get to a better neighborhood, or I can fix up my neighborhood where I'm at. Or I need some health care. Yes. Abortion may be, tied into health care. So let's put it in like that. But don't make that abortion a single issue. Don't you know that folks are dying out here? COVID-19, Delta virus, then they got something else coming down the line. Yes. Yeah, they got stuff that'll take you away. I remember when HIV was at its height, when it first, especially when it first came around. I mean, man, people were so afraid they didn't even want to shake your hand. Yeah, they didn't want to shake your hand. I remember when Magic Johnson announced he had contracted the HIV virus. That made him quit basketball, something that he loved. It literally ran him off the team. Yeah, it didn't matter how good he was, and it didn't pass it on to anybody, but just the fear of contracting that virus, because people didn't understand it. It caused people to withdraw from him. He left the sports. Magic left the sports, and so now people were so caught up about the HIV virus. And they had stiff penalties, and they still have stiff penalties for folk who have HIV and they pass it to somebody unsuspectedly. You hear what I said there, dog? Don't act like you're stupid. I said they have strict penalties for people who pass it on to somebody unsuspectedly. Now, What about right now? We got the COVID-19, the Delta virus as well. And if you pass it on to somebody unexpectedly, there's no consequence. Now, to make again, I like people to make it make sense to me, but I want somebody to make that make sense to me. Why when they had the HIV virus and someone passed it on to somebody unexpectedly, they got penalized. There were some serious consequences, and some people went to jail for that. As a matter of fact, that's what they did. Some people, and you still can go to jail for it, but you can go around with the COVID-19 or the Delta variant in you and pass it on to somebody and use no consequences. As a matter of fact, what's so bad about it, and I'm getting excited now. What's so bad about it? They've got signs that says, we are not liable for bull crap. Bull crap. We're not liable for, anyone coming in contact with the COVID-19. That's no. But see, you see, again, you just hear me say no. We got to say no to that kind of bullshit. We got to call it like it is, because that's what it is. Poo-poo. We got to say no to that kind of bullshit. If you know that by not being vaccinated or not wearing your mask can raise the potential of you spreading or catching the disease, and then you take it and pass it on to someone else, there should be consequences behind that. Just like it was for the HIV virus. There should be consequences. If you have an establishment and you don't do the required precautions to prevent folk who come into your establishment and they contract that virus in your establishment, you should be held responsible. Just like when they had the HIV, the people got popped. Yeah, somebody got sent up the river. That's right. But see, the system, again, no, you got to say no. You have to say no. Hell no, we're not going to do this. You got to, but you have to think about it. You have to draw the parallels. You can't be lazy. You can't be a guppy brain. You can't be a goldfish mind. You have to consider. You have to consider. Now, I always say this. There's only one thing that I'm anti, but I'm not anti really anything. I'm anti bullcrap. That's what I'm anti. I really am. I'm anti bullcrap. I'm anti bullcrap. I'm not anti-gay. I'm not anti Asian, black or white or Latino. I'm not anti-male or female. I'm not anti none of that. I'm not anti-religious. I'm not anti none of that. But I'm anti-bullcrap. That's why I like people to make it make sense to me. You can't just tell me anything, because I will stop you in your tracks and tell you no. Hell no to the no, no, no. Yeah, I'll tell you that in a heartbeat. No. Unless you can explain and make it make sense to me, no, I'm not going along with that program. And that's why we're in the problem that we are, an us versus them. Because there's always a solution. There's always a way that we can get around and come to some common ground. Does that mean that we're going to always agree? No. Again, see, I said the word no. But we can always come to a solution. Whether the solution is okay, we're gonna disagree to. We're gonna agree to disagree. That's a solution. Or we can say, well, we can table this and come back at it another time. That's the solution. Or we can say, oh, okay, that's a fantastic idea. Let's work with that. Or let's work with part of that. See, that's how it works. Even the last solution is, hey, I ain't hearing what you're saying, and I'm going to kick some of your rump. And let me tell you, kicking rump don't always come to a yes. You can still get a no out of get some rump kicked. For all you rump shakers out there. Yeah. Kicking rump. Hey, listen. The United States been kicking rump for a long time. And they still have not received a 100% yes. They've got some no. If you don't believe that, ask the people in Afghanistan. Ask the people in Iraq. Ask the people in Syria. Ask the people in Somalia. Yeah. Ask the people in Korea. Yeah. Ask the Russians. Yeah. They say no. You can kick rump all day. Ask Cuba. Yeah. You can kick rump all day. You're still not gonna get a yes. You gonna still get a no. So kicking rump is not always the solution. Now I'm gonna say it always, but sometimes it is. But that's never the first solution. That's the last. Really, kicking rump it should be the last alternative. Now, for all you pacifists out there, say you should never kick rump. Well, that's because you be getting your rump kicked, and you're saying yes. Yeah, you're a doormat. But that's okay. That's how you live. Listen. I am not mad at you. I'm not. Listen, I told you earlier, I'm not religious. I am spiritual. And so I use the sense that God gave me, how I see it, on my street. Now, I am not that person, nor do I subscribe to anyone else to be that person where, if they smack you in the face, you turn the other cheek. That has not worked for me. And so I know, smack me in my face, you won't get a boot in your ass. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying that seriously. I'm just saying that seriously, out of love, so that we don't have to go down to that path. So we can say no to the hell no for that. You hear me? Yeah. So that's my spirituality right there. That's where I live on that. And so when folk come at me at this, some say, "Oh, you're supposed to be a godly man." Well, that's how you see it. You say I'm supposed to be a godly man. I'm telling you I am, and I don't care how you see it. I don't care how you see it, but that's how I see it. That's how I see it on my side of the street. And so when we take a look at how things are evolving here in this USA and across the world, but I'm specifically focusing here on in America. There's a way we can. There is a way we can do better. There is a way. There's a way out. There's always a way out. But don't only look for a way out, because sometimes you just have to look for a way out, an escape hatch. But try to vision the better or the perfect way out. Sometimes you got to make snap decisions, and when you make snap decisions, I'm not talking about rash decisions. I'm talking about snap decisions. I'm gonna give you an example. Now, there's a lot of fires, out west, and sometimes, things happen suddenly, boom, and you find yourself, in your house engulfed in, flames, and now you're in the center of the house, and a particular area you have not caught on fire just yet. Now you can do one or two things. Oh, actually three things. You can stay there and get burned up and become a crispy critter, or you can become rash and just maybe get out, or you can think your way through. Think rationally. Rationally, and think your way through. Instinctively drop. I still remember this from elementary. Stop, drop, and roll. Really, what I'm saying? That's instinctively saving lives. You see what I'm saying? So that skill, those skills, I don't know if they still instill the kind of things in our children today. I don't know, but those skills, survival skills, that we learned, that I learned as a kid, they're with me right now. I have a foundation of things in which I was taught as a kid that I kept with me. I also have things that I was taught as a kid that I ejected because they just don't work. They just don't work in 2001. See? But I was able, because of my my upbringing, I was able to understand the difference between those two things. You see? And so America, listen, I don't think you're blaming it on the education system. Listen, I don't want to blame anything now on the education system. I really can't, because there's just, let's put this away, totally, because there's a partnership. There is a partnership. No one wants to participate. Listen, ask yourself this question. Because I hear this all the time. It's the U.S. ranking. The U.S. ranking around the world as it pertains to educating our children. Now, if that statement is so true, let's just say it's true that we're down in the rankings, as far as educating our children, which I think is bull garbage, because I've been around a couple of days. But that's what they try to feed you that. I'll say no to that. But let's just say it was true, okay? If that was the case, why would I continuously send my kid to a subpar system? It doesn't make any sense, do it? If and if our system is so subpar, and the government is saying you gotta go to school, I gotta go to school, gotta get to school, but why would I send them to a subpar a system? It don't make no sense. That means why? You have freedom. Now during this pandemic, it brought that crap out like honey, sweet, flies chasing honey. Because what happened, people crying, we got to get the babies back in school. We got to get that's all you care about. You don't care if they get educated, get an education, or receive a class education. Put it that way, not just education. You can teach them anything. You can teach them how to be a thief. You can teach them how to be a liar. You can teach them a whole bunch of stuff. But that's not what we want our children to understand or be taught or that kind of thing. No, we want our children to learn life skills. We want them to be able to sustain themselves when they become an adult, or even as a teenager, that walk their way through life, not just to get into a job so they can be a wedge, object to turn the cogs and wheels of the system. That's not living. Come on, people. You haven't figured it out yet? That's not living. That's not living. That is not living. That's existing. That's all. That existing. You gotta say no to that stuff. You listen. I know this from my experience that most parents don't even ask their kids what it is they want to do. This is because they didn't have any hopes or dreams. That don't mean your children shouldn't have hope and dreams. Just because you was in a bad situation don't mean that they have to be in a bad situation. It don't. We need to take the time and prepare our children for the future, and not just for a future, but for the future. What I mean by that is this: first of all, I mean, wherever you are in life, you should want your child to be better. have a better situation. Now, listen. I'm not, like I said, I'm not, I'm not an airhead. I understand that, even though you instill all these values in your child, they can still be, misguided, or go off in another direction. I know this. I understand that. But see, the crime is if you do not attempt to instill them. And then when that badass start doing some foolish things, you support his foolishness. You don't say no. And so when you don't say no, when someone else say no to them, they don't know how to take it. They do not know how to take it. They do not know how to take it. So no, we shouldn't be living like that. No one should be living like that. And this is the last thing, I said I wasn't going to talk long, but this is the last thing that I want to talk about. And it really, I'm going to talk about it and I don't care because, people don't really talk, this like that undercover thing, that women against men. Now that women against men thing, it's like there's competition. No, competition is good. Don't get it twisted. Competition is good. But when the competition becomes a game where the ultimate aim of the competition is somebody has to die, who wants that? I mean, really, who wants that? Who wants that? Now, here in America, as I see it now, this is how I see it on my side of the street. Here in America, we hear about women rights. We hear about rights, dog rights, women rights, queer rights, trans rights, civil rights. Now, we hear about rights all the time. But see, the one right you don't hear often here in America, and to me that is the essential right, is human rights. America don't want to talk about human rights. Because if they talk about human rights, they find themselves guilty. That's the right that we need to be lifting up. Human rights. Human rights. America hates human rights. That's why they make a division about gay, lesbian, black, Latino, Asian, housing, everything. They make it all. They make it all. They divide it because they do not want to talk about human rights because they will be found guilty. They'll be found lacking. And then if they're found lacking, they have to pay. And in the system, they don't mind paying, but they don't like paying for that. You can sue them for almost anything in this universe. But if you sue them for human rights, they're coming at you. They're coming at you with all there is. Because once they lose a human right case, their foundation is gone. They will not have their pockets will not be deep enough to recover. Yes, their pockets will not be able to recover. And so that's what I'm telling you. Say no to that bull, to all that bull that they be laying on you. But get together and find the space and understand what's really going on. and stop being a doormat, abuser. You know, I was listening to some of that, the Olympia, they're testifying before Congress about this, the doctor and how he X, Y, and Z them, and somebody need to pay. Sure, but they shouldn't be paid not because they were females. They should be getting restitution because they were abused. Nobody should be abused. I don't care if you're a boy, a girl, a man, or a woman. No one should be abused, and that should be the standard. So you don't, and so when someone comes up and they have a claim and they meet the claim of abuse, somebody got to get paid. Reciprocity, reparations. But see, again, the system don't want that. They want to divide you up. They don't want the left hand know what the right hand doing. And so, across the board, it doesn't matter. Abuse. Why? I want somebody to put this in a comment, please. Somebody, please put this. Put a comment in the section, whether you're on Facebook or whether you're on YouTube or whether you're on Twitter. I want you to answer this question. Why should a female be believed over a male when it comes to abuse? Why? That should not even be a question. It should not be a question. Because the standard should be, if you are abused, whether you are a female or a male, there should be some consequences and some repercussions. Period. I hear it all the time. I hear it in the media, in the mainstream media. In the women, males are their oppressor. That's white supremacy. Now, why is that white supremacy? I'm going to tell you why that's white supremacy. Because mainly it's the white females, and the white females are attached to the white male. Yeah, they're connected. But it's strange how those white females want the black female to disconnect from their black male counterparts. Ain't that something? Say no. Say no. Say no. Just say no. Human rights. That's what it boils all down to. Human rights. Say no. Well, it's getting short time and it's about ready to get on out of here, y'all. And so I'd like to thank you all for stopping by because, hey, even if no one shows up at my show, I'm still gonna speak my truth and how I see it, on my side of the street. And so I suggest that you do the same thing. Go ahead, again, give me a comment, and learn how to say no. Just learn to say no. It's not a hard thing. Just learn to say no. You're gonna feel much better. Well, until the next time, I want to thank you. God bless you, and hope to see you again.